And there's one of the great anthems of jazz from the school of Charles Mingus. The tenor horn was Ricky Ford, and that was one of his wonderful musical environments on the stand. The Mingus organization with people like Coriel and the tenor horn of Vicky Ford and the triumphant call of the leader, Charlie Mingus. Ricky Ford, I know you've just taken an intermission at the Artist Quarter. I want to welcome you into Minnesota Public Radio.
Oh, thank you, Leigh. I'm very happy to be here back in Minnesota, and I'm very honored to be on your show tonight.
Well, I know you've been doing some wonderful service. You're currently an artist in residence at Brandeis University.
Yes, beginning my 5th season there, and it's been a great association being associated with Brandeis. The program that I've been functioning there has been featuring earlier music, the music of Jay McShann, Mary Lou Williams. We do a memorial concert on her music every February, and we've also have participated in a number of historic commissions. Thad Jones wrote a big band piece for us in 1986. Jackie Byard wrote one in 1987. Matthias Ruig from the Vienna Art Orchestra composed a piece for us around that time, as well as Jack Walrath and John Stupplefield. The orchestra was founded by Lucille Armstrong and the trustee Hal Davis to further big band music and performance in the area of jazz. So it's been a great organization. It's in its 10th year of existence.
What is it doing for you in your learning and communicating in musical performance arts?
Well, I've done a number of transcriptions of Jay McShann's music and Mary Lou Williams' music, and I also produce various concerts throughout the year. Last year, we premiered Ram Blake's music in the big band medium, and it was his first time ever performing with a big band. I've also done some things with some gospel choir, big band combined with gospel choir, and this November 17th we'll be featuring the music of Steve Lacy. He will be coming in from Paris to perform with the band. So it's a great vehicle for getting the students to get a sense of what it's like to function in a big band. I've had a lot of experience with Mercer Ellington and Lionel Hampton, and it's a good medium to keep current in this day and age.
Ricky Ford, I know you have had this sort of triumvirate of experiences with Mercer Ellington and with Charlie Mingus and Lionel Hampton. Just briefly, what was it like working in the school of Charles Mingus as a young musician?
It was a great treat to work with Charles. He was one of my favorite musicians when I was younger. I used to listen to his music, and I was very familiar with his music, and Jackie Byard introduced me to him at the Jazz Workshop in Boston. At that time, I was 17, and he waited until I was about 21 or 22 to join the band after I got out of school and had gotten a little bit of experience with Mercer Ellington. But it was a great experience to work with Charles. At least the short time that I did work for him, he was very serious about his musical expression, and he always wanted his musicians to be sincere in what they played and really not lean on what they play, but to experiment and to be creative as much as you can.
A totally different kind of environment, Lionel Hampton's band.
Lionel was a little bit different. When I joined his band, he felt that he and I could front the band together as soloists. I had quite a bit of solo space in that band, as well as with Mercer Ellington's band, because I took over Paul Gonsalves' chair. But with Lionel, I've really functioned on working in his band as a soloist and as an observer to really see how he works within the big band medium. And actually, the big band is really featured around his individual solos, and he'll take extended solos on songs, much like as if you were in a small group setting, but only it's with a big band. And I also got a chance to do some big band arrangements for Lionel during my time with him. A couple of songs I arranged for his band, Dexter, which was premiered on my first album, Loxodona Africana, and Interpretations, the title tune on my record Interpretations on Muse Records was premiered in a big band medium on a record made live in Japan. So I got a chance to write for Lionel, and he really enjoyed the few compositions that I did contribute to the book. And in fact, I just talked to Lionel just the other day, and I'm supposed to write some arrangements for him in the near future.
And Mercer Ellington, as you worked under that dynasty.
Mercer, I was really familiar with Mercer's music at the time when I got a chance to join his band, and I was a featured soloist in that band. I had quite a bit of solo space because I took over Paul Gonsalves's chair, and his book was primarily the shotgun chair in the band, and I got a chance to really play quite a bit some of the extended compositions like Diminuendo and Crescendo in Blue, Happy-Go-Lucky Loco. I got a chance to get to know Harry Carney and became very close friends to Cootie Williams. He gave me quite a bit of musical advice in terms of playing the blues on Continuum, and I got a chance to become good friends with Mercer and Harold Ashby, Money Johnson, Chuck Connors. There was quite a few guys in the band that I became very close to.
Ricky Ford, I know that you do a lot of writing and composing, and one piece that fascinates me is Interpretations. Is that and I just seem to sense this, is this a series of tributes to people like Webster, Bias, Hawkins, Gonsalves, Sonny Rollins? Am I off base?
No, you're pretty on base. Actually, Interpretations is a continuum of the basic harmonic structure that is utilized in jazz. It starts out with the 1-6-2-5 progression, and then it goes up a half step, which is reminiscent of Clifford Brown's Joy Spring. Now the continuum comes in when you get to the bridge. The bridge is not a normal bridge in terms of utilizing a 1-6-2-5 chord sequence, which is really accredited to I Got Rhythm and Fletcher Henderson's Christopher Columbus. But when I get to the bridge, the song takes a modulation and it goes through 3 sections of 4-bar sequences. And then there is a 2-bar tag, which normally, in a normal sense of a song like this, you'd only have an 8-bar bridge. But this bridge turns out to be 14 measures, and there is the extra measures gives the soloist a chance to perform a little bit longer within his solo and make longer phrases. And so the continuum comes into expanding the harmonic structure so that the soloist can express himself a little bit more. Lionel Hampton liked this song very much, and he called it Bebop of the 80s. So it's really an augmentation of the harmonies, which gives the soloist a little bit more space to express himself. And that's a basic continuum or component in a lot of the compositions that I write, and that's really what brings about the irregular bar structures that are prevalent in my music.
Ricky Ford, last Monday marked the 85th anniversary of Count Basie, and I know you have watched that tradition and that great family of musicians and series of musicians who have lived from the Kansas City days in different levels. What's your observation of the Basie institution and its historic significance?
I guess basically the character of the timbre of the orchestra in terms of the rhythmic timbre, the swing, the element of the acoustic guitar sound within the rhythm section, the amount of inspiration that has channeled itself through all music in the amount of music that Joe Jones had contributed to the band. The simplistic style of Count Basie is very important. And, of course, the amount of soloists that have developed through the orchestra, most notably Lester Young and Herschel Evans, Buddy Tate. I think that he contributed quite a bit to the sound of music and to a certain type of music that is prevalent for people to dance to and play to. I just got through playing with Ed Jones and Oliver Jackson with the Newport All-Stars in France, and I really got a chance to get a taste of what it's like to play in the swing era and to play that type of music.
Especially with Eddie Jones on bass.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Ford, I know you've taken valuable time from your intermission, and you return to the stage in a moment at the Artist Quarter, 26th and Nicollet in Minneapolis. I want to wish you the best, and especially as your role and leader and artist in residence at Brandeis University and your tours and recording projects and your compositions. Thank you for taking time to talk with us.
Well, thank you, Leigh.